And we're back to Next Level's Beyond the Cribs. The hell's going on here? If you guys listen to the damn audio, it looks like Next Level is like on MTV Cribs right now.
Where am I? Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yo, come check out my crib.
Before we begin, I had to start the thing because Next Level had a funny question and he looked all super confused. But yeah, make sure you guys do check the description below. We have a good VPN. It's always good to have some sort of protection, so it's always there. We always talk about it. And then also we got
Buzz TV. Want to make sure you get Buzz TV at buzztvglobal.com. Check out all their latest deals, their accessories, their great software, and their great customer service and support. Make sure you check out buzztvglobal.com.
You look like you're about to pull a hernia right there.
Yeah.
So I sent Next Level a short or reel or TikTok, whatever you want to call it. YouTube has them called shorts. And no, not eat my shorts, just short, as in a short video. But yeah, so there's this new sound that came out literally like 24 hours. Well, now it's about 36 hours ago. And I was like, I see a few people that were like doing it for the travel stuff. And I was like, dude, I literally sat down last night and I was like about to relax. And then I see this thing and I'm just like, this is a good end of the year sound effect that I could use. And I was like, well, should I use this sound effect now or should I wait until end of the year? And I'm just like, and I went to look on TikTok and they only had like 6 people that have used it so far. And I'm just like, wait a minute. And then I went over to Instagram and there's only like a handful of people. And I'm just like, I need to jump on this now. So I made this short, did it really quick. Next Level over here, I sent it to him. I'm just like, hey, check it out. And what was your question?
Well, I know how to manually do it, but like, how do you get it to switch the images with the sounds? Like every time the beat drops like that. Like I know how to do it manually, but I hate editing. So if something could automatically do it for me, I'm pretty sure there's software out there, and that's where I think my question was going. Like, does YouTube have a software to do that? Because no, they don't. Hell no, they don't.
They don't.
So yeah,
no. So what I did was, every time I make a short or a TikTok or whatever you want to call it, I go to Premiere Pro, and I have a video. I have a video format that I use. It's just one clip. So when I drop the clip into the timeline for Premiere Pro, it automatically puts it vertical.
Okay, yeah. I know that format. Yeah.
So you put it in there, and then once you start dropping other videos, even if it's not vertical, if it's horizontal, you could format it. You could stretch it out so that way it looks vertical, or you could do a couple things with it. So I've been doing a lot of these shorts lately. Next Level apparently doesn't know. He's just barely looking at my first video ever, probably right now.
Forever.
Oh man. So what I do was I find the sound, I go to OBS, I record the desktop audio from my OBS.
Desktop audio? Why don't you just import the MP3?
Too much work. Trust me, to find the MP3 and try to download it from other sources and everything, I'm like, nope, fuck that. I already know exactly where it's at. I can just click it. I go to OBS, I record the audio, so I listen to it for 20, 30 seconds. I have that audio saved now. I drag that into Premiere Pro, just the audio, and then I start dropping in my clips, and then I'll edit it to the beats and everything.
Oh, yeah, I know how to do that. But I was just hoping that I was just hoping that there was an easier way.
That is the easier way. You control it.
I just want to insert and hit convert and give me some. I hate editing, bro. I hate it.
TikTok has an automatic feature like that what you're looking for, but sometimes it's not perfect. It's close, It's really close, but I get really picky. Like remember I was a musician, so when I'm just like, okay, this is a 4/4 song, so it's 1 2 switch 2 2. I can do 2/4, I can go 4/4, I can do whatever I want. So if it's not right on the beat or exactly where I'm listening, where the visual changes via music, then I get super picky and anal about shit. So yeah, but and I'm gonna make next level do this probably after the show, so that way he sees exactly what I've been doing. That way, because I'm sure he's gonna have questions after he watches my stuff. But that's how I do it. Last night, I literally ran upstairs, downloaded it, grabbed it, looked at the clips, put it together, and uploaded it. I think on TikTok I have like 80 views. I think on YouTube I might have 50 views. I don't even know
Okay.
what I have on YouTube. And then on Instagram, I have 7,500 views
On the short, that was
on that
when was
one
it
short.
posted?
Huh?
When was it posted?
Last night.
What the hell?
What the hell?
I don't want to make content on Instagram.
Dude, you don't have to, but
Yeah, but nobody sees me on YouTube. I mean, I'm not
I
calling you a nobody, but like, I want more of you people. I
more
love you. I love everybody.
I'm slowly growing my Instagram. So I have two Instagrams. I have a personal one and then I have my travel one. And if I'm gonna do these shorts for YouTube, I might as well drop it in Instagram. I might as well, and I did a month ago, create a TikTok and just drop them in there too. And then I even go to Facebook. Facebook has a section called Reels also, so I dropped it
Yeah.
on Facebook Reels. So I'm like, I might as well. I could just grab that one. Oh, and here's the other thing too, because I know you're thinking about doing this, and I know you're gonna do it.
Not gonna do it, bro.
If you ever add the audio outside of the platform of wherever you're uploading it, YouTube, for example,
Yeah.
when you're putting the video into YouTube, you have to click on add sound
Yeah.
and look for that sound and then mute your own sound, even though it's the exact same one, and then match it up to their sound, because what happens is that sound gets tied into that song and everybody looking for that song is already on their platform. So when they look on the library of that song, your video pops up. If you're using an original sound, technically it's not original because we're copywriting from other people, but if you use it from your own and you upload it, let's say like TikTok, for example, it'll say original sound and you'll be the only person using that sound, even though that sound is somebody else's. So it's best to do it that way. Now with YouTube, YouTube has a great algorithm that it says, hey, this is not your sound. This sound is actually these guys. And they'll automatically tag it for you. They don't give you a copyright strike, but obviously you can't monetize it. On TikTok, you have to use their sound, and on Instagram and Facebook, you have to use their sound. If you don't, it's not tied into that library. So, pro tip. Pro tip.
That's cool, bro. Yo, can I give a shout out to my monthly hater?
Sure.
So I started posting videos again, right? So I have content coming out all the time. So it's been a minute since I've had someone tell me or be sarcastic or try to call me stupid through a comment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna read the comment to you, and then I guess I'll provide context, and then I'll just address his concerns on here. So his comment says, one second, let me pull it up. His comment says, actually, before Disney, there was no Plus, Prime, Max, etc. It was just Hulu, Netflix, and Vudu. When Disney Plus came along, others copied Disney with their names. Research could have avoided this blunder. So the context of my video was just saying, I'm tired of all these Plus, Pro, Max, bullshit and just give me some good creativity with some names, right?
Wow.
So I guess he's only looking in the streaming community, but the tech community is a lot bigger than just Fire Sticks, right? And when we look at the phone generations, when we look at other tech products, there is a lot of Pro, Plus, Max devices, and it's been coming out for years. So I don't know how much research he wants me to do, but I still stand by I want some more creativity.
Yeah.
So shout out to my monthly hater. Love ya.
You know what? I think it's raining outside.
Tut tut.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Yo, he's gonna bring it inside. All of it. Watch. Well, it's California, so it's a big deal, right?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's raining. Woo! Actually, that's funny. I did call it too. It was gonna rain today. I just got back from a walk with Bella, and it was like sprinkling a little bit, and I was like, "Yes, let it rain, baby."
Let it rain.
There's supposed to be a tropical storm or a hurricane of some sorts over here in the West Coast.
Okay.
And it's funny because okay, you know I do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
And there's people that will argue with me and say, dude, it never rains over here. We never get this type of rain. Like you know, this is really rare. And I'm just like, do you follow the news? Like weather patterns. It'll tell you, like, the West Coast does get hurricanes. It's very, 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 very rare, but we do get them. And it's when we do get them, it'll be like this. It'll rain for a while, and it depends. It's kind of like, you know how the East Coast down in Florida, New Orleans, all like over there, they get like some crazy hurricanes, right? We don't get them like that. We might get something similar once every 4 years, which was called the El Nino and La Nina. Like that's a real tropical pattern that the world would experience. What happens to us is we got flooded like crazy. Like we got so much rain that those 3 months we got so much rain that we're good for 4 years. It's like, okay, we're good. And then the following year we get the same rain patterns, but instead of hot rain, now we get cold rain, like freeze, like ice cold rain. And then we'll go 2 years where it's just mediocre. There was a hurricane and a tropical storm that was going through Baja California in Mexico, and people are saying this is so like unusual, and it's just like, well, maybe it's supposed to happen once every 4 years, and it stopped happening back in, I think 2006 was the last big one.
But
so I guess it's rare for the last what?
Listen. We're
16
this
years?
is just showing you that we're getting old. Okay? Like we are aged in society now, because now the attention span, like we started with this video, was all shorts. TikToks and Snapchats and Reels, and everyone's got a 15-second attention span. So even if it did rain last year, that never happened in their life. A year ago, that was so long. Like, how am I supposed to remember yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
If it didn't rain yesterday, it doesn't get rain here.
Yep. Well, check this out. It's supposed to rain for the next 5 days.
Yo, that's how it felt here last week. We got that shit last week.
Yeah, but you normally get that shit. We don't get that shit.
Whatever.
So it's a big deal. Calm
All
down.
right.
5 days, bro. I might have to get a canoe.
A canoe. Can you
Or a
even spell
kayak.
canoe?
Huh?
Can you spell canoe?
CANOE. EIEIO.
Shit. You guys have canoes out there?
Yeah, we have canoes out here. We got rivers and lakes that we swim through.
Yeah, but I thought it was a Canadian word. It sounds like a Canadian word.
No, it's an American word. You guys
I'm
just
about
think
to go
everything is yours.
swim to my canoe, eh?
Eh?
So how is Bella in the rain? Because Jersey, as soon as it's raining, she doesn't even want to touch it. She's like, I'm going back inside. Screw you guys.
Oh, she loves it.
Yeah?
she'll go out there. Actually, today's her bath day.
Mhm.
It's funny. Every time Bella gets her bath, except for the last 2 times. Yeah, except for August and July. Before that, January, February, March, April, May, June, it always sprinkled the day that she had her bath. Like sprinkle, not rain. Like just a little bit of, and then it's gone. And I'm like, maybe I should just have more baths for her and then we'll get some more rain. It's like a jinx, bro. But oh no, she loves it. What I was actually gonna do, and I still might do it. Her bath is not for another hour and a half from now. Um, I was gonna turn on the sprinklers and let her just run around. She likes like so when they pop up, she kind of gets startled, like what the hell is that, you know?
Mhm.
And then she wants to put her mouth on it to
Yeah.
cover it, you know? Yeah, I might still do that for her
Yeah. She'll have
just
fun.
because it's fun.
She'll have fun.
Everyone's probably listening to us like, what the hell are you guys talking about today?
I don't know. Do we want to talk about something today?
Well, there's a couple updates, a couple
So
things on some streaming apps. We could save the Apple combo for another one, so that way it's a little bit more, you know.
okay, fine.
But we could share some of the other stuff. So, how do you feel about ESPN Plus or Disney Plus, or like how that guy's all pissed off saying like, why are they calling all Plus, and or why are you getting all pissed off about it?
Uh, I think it's good. I think the service is good. I'm just saying with the names, be a little bit more creative. Like,
That's
why
what
we
I'm
gotta
saying. What
call
do
it
you
a
think about
plus?
the names?
Yeah. So, like, even right now, they're coming up with their membership, right? And they're code naming it Disney Prime. I guess that's like an FU to Amazon kind of thing. Um,
It's a established
you know what would be
name.
funny? You know what would be funny?
Huh.
So there's Amazon Prime. Imagine if they came out with a Disney Tron, like Megatron and Optimus Prime.
That's
That would be
stupid.
hilarious.
They won't do Tron because Tron's already part of their repertoire. Then they're gonna have to say like, well, what about the Disney Mickey?
I'm just talking shit. It's just be funny to throw jabs like that, right? Like, I don't know. Like, why does everything have to be a plus and a pro?
Well, it's kind of like the same term. How you have these YouTubers that say how to jailbreak your Fire Stick.
But how did we get there? Where are we going?
Where are we going? No, when I'm saying it's a term that people use that they're
Makes them
familiar
think of
with.
something. Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Come on, man, we're woo, right over your head.
Yeah, I know, but it's I'm just so tired of seeing it all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those terms that is just
Yeah, but I mean, there's other
popular.
ways of striking the same nerves. Like if they came out and said Disney TV, you still know what it is.
And see, Disney TV is catchy, but people are going to be like, I don't want to watch Disney TV.
But it still has the word Disney in it, even if it has a plus or not. Like,
Well, once you hear like Disney Plus, then it's just like, ooh,
oh, Disney and more.
what is this? Right? It sounds like Disney and more. That's what it sounds like. Amazon Prime. When I think of Amazon Prime, Prime is like top dog. Like you're top dog. The only thing that could top that, which sounds stupid, will be Alpha. Disney Alpha, HBO Alpha. It doesn't roll off the tongue so easily. Like once you say the word alpha, then it sounds like so pro is easy to say. Go for it. Max is easy to say. Um what's the other one that people use? Oh, XL. And I know next level just ran away, but that's okay. Leave me a comment below. Leave a comment below, or if you're listening to the audio, leave a review. Do you think that the plus is being overused with these apps. It kind of makes sense with Disney calling it Disney Plus, ESPN Plus because they own it, so they might as well just say Plus. But Paramount Plus kind of copied them. HBO Max is different. I don't think anybody's using the word Max. I don't think anyone's using the word Pro either on besides cell phones. Amazon Prime's on their own little thing. Hulu, I don't think there's a Hulu Plus. It's just Hulu. That's it. Like there's no Netflix Plus. It's just Netflix. Do you think they're overdoing the Plus? Because that's the one that, yeah, it's Paramount Plus. Does Peacock have a Plus? That's a good question too. I don't think they do. I think it's just Peacock, and then just premium. Yeah. Do you think they should use Pro? Disney Pro? PlayStation, if you guys haven't heard, they go and talk about splitting their tiers. So I just asked this question, Next Level. We like HBO Max has their own thing. Max, Amazon Prime, they're the only ones. And it makes sense for Disney Plus and ESPN Plus to be the same, even if they had a Hulu Plus to be the same because they're owned by the same company. But I think when somebody like Peacock Plus comes in, there's not a Peacock, there's a Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
Paramount Plus, CNN Plus. I think with them, those other companies, they're trying to go after that name. But besides those, do you think Pro could work, or like what else do you think would be like a good name? If you're like, hey, you can't use Plus because somebody else is using Plus, and they're the same company, so it doesn't matter if they have 5 apps, then they all call them something Plus.
So
But
here's the thing.
Can't use Max, can't use Prime. What would you use? What would you call it? I think Pro could be one of them.
It makes sense for Disney Plus to be called Disney Plus because of the size of their umbrella, right? But like, let's say we have like Discovery, for instance, right? They have a lot of documentaries or something, right? They can make a name that's relative to what they have, what kind of content they have, right?
So that's my question. Like, what would you call it?
So like, if, for instance, if it was a streaming platform that did like all kinds of, like, I don't know, mystery movies, you could call the app Watson or something, or Sherlock, or like, I don't know.
Gay. that was a little gay.
I don't know.
What, like, for me, Pro is good. Alpha is good, but it's too much. Like Paramount Alpha, that sounds too much. Paramount Pro, PP, you like your PP? Paramount Pro sounds legit. Paramount Pro or Peacock Pro, because it's again PP. Well, what's up with the PPs?
I guess you're just gonna stick with the Pro Plus Max thing again then.
No, Max already exists in a streaming service. Pro doesn't. Name one streaming service that has the name Pro in it.
I guess they don't. All right. So you want to bring the full magnitude of the Pro Plus Max movement to the streaming community?
Pro only exists in freaking cell phones, or XL or 2 or whatever. But with these streaming apps, they don't have to worry about what cell phones are doing, because obviously they're going to have like different versions. But because they have those different versions, Peacock or Paramount could have done the exact same thing, saying, hey, you know what? You get Paramount and Paramount Pro. You get one or the other, you know? But I was just right when you came back. I was talking about PlayStation. PlayStation Plus has 3 tiers.
Okay.
You know about this, right?
No.
Really? We dude, I think we had a
I've
whole
never played
episode
a
about this.
PlayStation in my life. Did you hear what I just
So
said? I've never played, not owned. I've never played a PlayStation in my life.
that's because you're gay. There it is. I threw it out there. Sorry, guys.
Huh?
You don't even know what's going on. Oh, man.
No.
So PlayStation Plus. Um, what are the tiers? What are the tiers?
Just to let you know, I'm winning the fantasy league this year. Just want to let you know that.
No, you're not. Your
I'm
team
just
is
letting you know, bro. Just letting you know.
weak.
Like, so when
So
it happens, you already know. You know what I mean?
no. Okay, so if we have to argue with anybody about Disney Plus, they actually copied PlayStation Plus. Because PlayStation Plus was around way before Disney Plus came out.
Okay. PS View
So,
Plus?
huh?
PS View Plus?
No, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, but they had a streaming service too, no?
PS Plus. Well, they had the PS View. I don't think they called it PS View Plus. It was just PS View.
They should have called
So,
it PS for you.
no. So Disney, okay, so when it comes to streaming, Disney took that plus from a gaming platform, which is okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'm not okay with CNN Plus doing it, Discovery Plus doing it, Peacock Plus. I don't think Peacock does. I keep saying Peacock, but Paramount Plus does have it. I'm not okay with all those other ones. I'm fine if Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, because they're the same exact company, that's fine. I'm even good if Hulu came out with the Hulu Plus. That's fine. It's the same stuff. All these other services that are not owned by Disney, they should have figured something else out. So PlayStation Plus has split their premium membership services into 3 packages. You ready for this? And this is actually smart on how they're doing it. And this should give, again, Discovery, Peacock, Paramount, CNN, all these other ones that don't have a name. And I know someone's going to say, yeah, HBO. Nope, HBO Max. Max is good. I like Max. They're the only ones that are calling it Max. So, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Next, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
The first tier is called Essentials.
Okay.
The second tier is called Extra. And the third and final tier is called Premium. So, and I know people are going to say, like, why would they even do that? That sounds so stupid. This is why. So, these are the key benefits, which makes sense when we're thinking streaming. You could take this stuff and put it right into streaming also. And I think, who is it? Peacock? Peacock has their first tier, which is their free tier with advertisements. They have the second tier, which includes WWE and some live TV stuff. And then they have the third tier, which is like no ads. You have everything with no ads. So the 3-tier system, which is I think it's smart. Now, with PlayStation, you have your essentials. What you get is the same benefits PlayStation Plus members got today with just the basic stuff. PS4 and PS5 monthly games. They usually give you like 3 games for free. Online multiplayer access, exclusive discounts, and cloud storage. And more. Whatever that is. And more. So Extra, which is their second tier, PlayStation has a game catalog that you could rent games, kind of like GameFly.
Okay.
Extra gives you access to that game catalog, so you don't have to go buy the disc. You could just go through their online system and just play it through there, which is great. I think that's awesome. If you're a gamer, that's good. You don't have to go buy the games. You could just do it like that. Of course, if this extra cost, I don't know, $30 a month, we know one brand new game costs about what, $60, $70 a month, or 60, $70 one shot. So that means you probably have to beat at least one game a month to make this worth it. And maybe not necessarily beat the game a month. Like, for instance, a lot of people like to play football, Madden.
Yeah.
They can just get Madden, play every now and then, get a different game like Call of Duty. I know you like playing some of those shooter games.
Yeah.
So you could just go get that game, play shooting games, boom, 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 whatever, you're good. And a
Boom,
new one
boom,
comes
boom.
out, try it out. Yeah, like Joe Nobody. Now, the difference on the... Ooh, it's raining harder now. The difference between... so now if we're going for the premium... and there is a deluxe, but the deluxe and premium are together. So with the premium, you get the original PlayStation games, PlayStation 2 games, PSP classic games, and the PS3 remastered games, along with there's time limited game trials. So on games that are like about to come out, like blockbuster titles, there's a time frame that you could use those. Also, original PS3 games via cloud streaming and cloud streaming access for original PlayStation 1, 2, 3, PSP, and PS4 games. That's the premium. That is if you're like gaming big time. For me, I don't think I would ever want the premium. Do you have a Nintendo?
Like on me?
No, do you own one?
Yeah.
An original Nintendo?
No.
Which one do you have? Like an emulated?
No, I got a Switch.
That don't count.
Yeah,
Do you have like do you have any old school consoles?
No.
GameCube,
No.
the first Xbox, I don't know.
No.
Do you get that nostalgia like every time you do play it though? You're just like, dude, hell yeah, remember freaking Mario Brothers?
The only one that does it for me is because I spent a lot of my childhood playing a game called Perfect Dark.
Mm-hmm.
And like me and my buddy growing up, we would that was our night. We would start by, getting ripped and then ordering 2 large pizzas and 2 2-liter pops. And then we would just sit down and play Perfect Dark for like 2 days straight.
Nice.
So Perfect Dark to me is like, how everyone talks about GoldenEye?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect Dark is like GoldenEye on drugs. So it's the exact same metrics, the exact same layout, but they're futuristic guns. So there's a laptop gun that you can throw on the wall and make it a sentry gun. There's a gun that can shoot through walls. There you can play as a short little alien. So kind of like how there's Objob in GoldenEye. Then we had a short little alien named Elvis. You could put on big head mode, and there's oh my god. So we would get ripped and put on tranquilizer mode, and it would just make your screen blurry. So you try to kill somebody with a trank gun.
Wow.
It was pretty fun. So I get that when I play that game.
So this happens to me all the time. I'll get super excited. I have the original PlayStation or the original Nintendo here. I get super excited, like, hell yeah, I'm going to play. I'm going to put it on, plug it in and everything. And then I start playing. Or there's you could run emulators on the what's it called? The Nintendo Wii. And you could have like every single game that ever came out. And that nostalgia is like, hell yeah, this is awesome. Once I played it like for maybe like 30 minutes, I'm just like, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm like,
yeah, I'm not gonna go and beat the whole game again. I'm good. Like,
yeah. But and see, like it's I don't know. I know there's that nostalgia that you're just like, oh my gosh, I could play this Pac-Man or Galaga or Yoshi or Kirby or whatever it is, like some of these old games, you're just like, this is awesome. But once you're done playing for like 10-15 minutes, that nostalgia goes away so fast. Like super fast, and it's crazy. If you go to an arcade or like a Dave and Buster's and you see some of those games, you're like, hell yeah, I want to play this game real quick. And you're playing. Once you play for a few minutes and you're just like, okay, let's play something else. Even though that's just like, oh my gosh, I used to play this when I was a kid. I think it's that, like, when I was a kid, I used to be able to do this, but now as an adult, it's cool. But
it shows you how old you are now, because you can't do it the same way you did it when you were a kid. But you think you can.
I can.
You think you can. You think you can.
Oh, I've done it already.
You think you can.
But it's not. I don't know. It's not that. It's the thing is that there's better quality games nowadays. There's better graphics. There's better sound. There's better controllers. It's like everything from when you're touching something to seeing something to hearing something. Like all your senses is just so much better than what it was back then. And I think that's what it is. Even though you do get that nostalgia of like, wow, this is cool. Dude, I could still speed run the original Mario Brothers from start to finish without dying. I've had people say, prove it. I'm like, move, watch me do it. And I tell them, give me 3 lives. Let me just go through it just so that way I can get that out of the way. And then let me just speed run it right through it. And I'll go, and I'll beat the whole thing quick. Within under 5 minutes, I could do the whole. I'm like, watch. You want to see all the levels, or do you want me just to show you all the secret tunnels, or what do you want? All the warping speeds? What do you want? Super Mario 3? Do you want to see all the whistles? Like, what do you want? I got you. But yeah, I don't know. When I see this premium, and I think this goes back to, I know we had this conversation just recently. What is important to you? What do you value? I see this premium and it says, oh yeah, PlayStation 2 and 1 and 3 and PSP classics and this and that. I'm thinking like, I'm not going to play those games because I'm still trying to work on Cyberpunk 2077. As soon as that one's done, I think there's like 2 or 3 more games that I still need to play that's on my library that I really want to play, but I haven't. The new Madden is out. I want to play the baseball game. I know those are just like every now and then I'll play.
MLB 2K?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a good game.
I'm trying to like those sports games is always like a limited time, and it's only like, you might play a season by yourself, but most of the time it's like with friends and family. You're just like, hey, get online, let's play. Like Fortnite or like Call of Duty or whatever it is. But I'm not looking forward to say like, ooh, I can't wait for me to speed run Mario Brothers or Duck Hunt or Battletoads or Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, no, I'm like, you know what? That new Hogwarts Legacy game is coming out in a couple months, and I need to be sure that I beat all these other games, so that way I as soon as that game comes out, I have it pre-ordered. I'm getting it 3 days before it launches. I'm like, I want to be there playing this sucker. You know what I mean?
You know which game came out recently that I actually did enjoy? Shredder's Revenge.
Is that on the Switch?
I don't know. I played it on my Xbox, but it's basically the old school arcade Ninja Turtle game, but you can play it with your friends on mic, so they can join us the 4 spots, and you go through the same kind of levels. I actually thought it was pretty fun, right?
Yeah, I think that I've heard people playing that one, and I think it might be also on PlayStation. That one got me interested because I'm like, ooh, could be cool because a lot of us can get together and play.
Yeah, and just talk shit, and you just go through and just button mash.
Yeah. But then at the same time, I'm like I don't like button mashing games anymore.
I don't have the time to memorize like complicated movements.
Oh, me neither. I don't have to do that either, but dude, you don't have to memorize complicated moves for Call of Duty, and it's not a mashing. You have to like juke and move a little bit and then aim a little bit. I'm like, give me something where it's hand-eye coordination.
Hey, I don't know if you heard about this, but Amazon opened up a dev kit for developers for games.
Oh yeah, I got that email.
Yeah, so now they're allowing them to use Juanita inside of a video game.
Mm-hmm.
So like you could be like, "Oh, Juanita, go protect my base."
Yeah, we talked about this too.
That is crazy.
I think it's stupid.
Oh, but hey, it's stupid now because there's no commands. Who knows what you could
If you
get?
got to tell your character, "Hey, go over there and protect my base," and then it's actually doing it for you instead of you playing it, then you're not playing a game no more.
Listen,
Now you're just
the games are too
commanding somebody to do
complicated
it
for
for
me. You got Fortnite that's trying to build, jump, hide, shoot, aim, duck all at the same time.
strategy.
I can't do it, bro. I
You
can't
have to do stuff. If you're just like, build me a wall, it's like
Yeah, build a wall while I
there's
look
nothing
around.
to
I don't
that.
know.
That's like for those people who aren't a parent. I have no kids. I just have the puppy and the cat. But for those people who want to pretend and be like, "Oh, I can be a parent for the day. Hey, go build me a wall. Go make me a sandwich."
Yeah. Imagine
And
doing
it's
that
a
in the
virtual
metaverse.
sandwich. You're like,
I'm gonna do that in the metaverse, yo.
I'm gonna do that right now in the metaverse. I don't know. I don't know. For me, like extra for me is it sounds like it's good because I could get that catalog, but then again, I haven't jumped on that yet because I already have an own games right now that I'm trying to beat and catch up on. Um, so yeah, I think once I'm caught up with all the games that I have, or if I get people that are like, "Hey, you want to play Madden?" I might upgrade to the extra. I might upgrade to the extra just to be like, "Yeah, hell yeah, let's do it." But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. And with some of these streaming services, they need to come up with a better.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I can name it better. I'm just saying I want a little more creativity. They have a whole marketing department. They pay millions of dollars to think of shit like that. They ain't paying me shit, so I ain't thinking.
Dude, the WWE Network was awesome. That name was great.
Right.
WWE Network.
Yeah.
Boom.
Demanded respect.
People already knew, like, ooh, I'm gonna get. And I'm kind of disappointed with the McMahons, with Triple H, with all those people that put it together because they didn't. Oh man, they just. Okay, here's my rant. WWE Network, when it first came out, they had it for the WrestleMania, one of the WrestleManias when it launched.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have, so back then it was like, oh, if you get the WWE Network, you get every single pay-per-view. You can watch every pay-per-view you want. You could also watch all the replays of every single event they've ever had. Every single event. All the original movies that they made, all the interviews, all the original shows, like they were doing like their own pranking stuff called Swerved, kind of like you got punked, but you know, they obviously copyrights, but they had the reality TV shows, and some of the reality TV shows are still running. You know, Total Bellas on E, you know, all that stuff was on the WWE Network. Like a lot of that stuff, they were doing it, and they were doing some really good stuff at first. The one thing I really loved and appreciated when they first came out, they had I think it was Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. They said as soon as it launched, they had like a timer. As soon as it launched, and it said like this, you know, like how we have webcams and we're talking from across different countries. It was like exactly like this. She said, "Thank you for being part of the WWE family. Thank you for being part of the WWE Network and the WWE Universe. We're hoping that you guys will like what we have coming, and we want to make these type of videos that's more personal." Like I felt like she was talking to me because it was live, raw, and right, like literally they hit live and they were like on a well, it probably wasn't a webcam. It was probably like a nice camera. But it felt like this. It felt like I was doing a video call with somebody, except they can't hear me, they can't see me, but I could see them, I could hear them. and they were talking to me, and they're saying, before we start the event, we want to give you some backstage passes. Enjoy. As soon as they did that, I don't know, some people do some crazy, really cool editing, but the camera started going back almost like a drone, like really,
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah.
And then they showed the arena. They started showing some backstage stuff. Like, it was just raw. And I was just like, dude, that's badass. I'm like, I was like so hyped about it. And that was the last time they did that. I don't know why. That was like the coolest thing, but that was the last time they did that, where they just talked to you and did stuff like that. I'm like, this is so cool. I wish they would have done something very similar, kind of like a social media type of thing. Like, like we can go on YouTube Live. I wish they would have done like, hey, Stone Cold Live. He could see your comments, read your comments, and he could reply, highlight. Yeah, I think they could have taken this whole thing into a whole freaking different level, but because they just kept beating the dead horse over and over and over with the same shit, they had to switch it off to Peacock and say, here you go, you guys take over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a big crowd. But at the end of the day, like that whole WWE stuff, it was started as a small family business. And it got a lot bigger than I think any of them thought it was going to be. Because a lot of those wrestlers are actually like family one way or another, aren't they not? They're related through a lot of different marriages, no?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Have you seen Young Rock?
Young Rock? Oh, the TV show? No.
Dude. So what they did
I think
was
1 or 2 episodes. I think I have.
So what they did was they made it like if The Rock was in the future, kind of, and he's running for president, and he's telling his story to the people that is helping him, run for president. And as he's telling these stories, these are supposed to be actual stories and events that happened when he was a kid. So they have like a Macho Man, they have the Iron Sheik, they have Stone Cold, dude.
Yeah,
they have
yeah. And they would come and visit the house and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they the way he did it was crazy. So there's 3 versions. Well, actually, there's 4 versions of The Rock. The Rock today running for president, but his stories, there's 3 different versions of his stories, or I guess not versions, but there's three moments of time of himself. One when he's a child, one when he's a teenager, and one when he's in college. There's 3 different versions or 3 different periods of time. And it's funny how he goes through it, where he's like talking about he was a kid, he was just a little punk, like people never took him serious. His dad was like a wrestler, and he was like, oh my gosh, but he didn't want to really be in wrestling. And then, they kind of show all those stages and how they bring all those stories, and they show like McMahon and how he had his promotion over there, how Ross had his promotion, how Ric Flair was helping with a different promotion, and then how his family had a whole different promotion in Hawaii. Like, it's pretty cool the way they did it. But again, WWE could have done something like all these shows that is coming out right now outside of the WWE. It's like
they could have produced all that shit, but then again, it's not their forte. So maybe it is nicer that other bigger, better companies are producing shows like that.
I don't know. They made some good movies. Like, actually, if you guys don't know, research WWE movies, and you're gonna see like legit movies that they've made. Rob Zombie was in some of them that he was helping direct. Like, it was like some good stuff there. But also search WWE TV shows, and you'll see a grip ton of TV shows that they've also done. Like, they can do it. I think the problem is like, for example, the main guy, Vince McMahon, the main owner of it. The problem is that he wants his finger on everything. And if it doesn't suit him, then nope. So I think that's what half the problem is right there. But I don't know. I think Stephanie McMahon isn't any better. I don't think Triple H is any better. I have a feeling now that Vince McMahon's out, it's gonna slowly. It's been slowly dying. I think it's gonna slowly die some more. And it sucks because they can't bring the Attitude Era back because freaking cancel culture.
It's a different time.
Yep. Ooh. I ran into something by accident yesterday. And I'm just like, damn it, why did I see this? Have you
She
been
look-
keeping up with not the Kardashians? Have you been keeping up with She-Hulk?
I've only seen the first 2 or 3 episodes. No, 2. I've only seen the first 2.
Okay, I don't know what episode this is in. Do you care if I share one thing?
I don't care.
Have you seen the episode where She-Hulk is with Megan the Stallion
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it.
and she was twerking?
I've seen the memes, bro. The memes are great.
Dude, I I was on YouTube. I was uploading stuff, and I was listening to Ben Shapiro, and he's pretty raw. Some people either hate him with a passion or they really like him. For me, I think he speaks a lot of common sense stuff that I think is common sense stuff. And some people think they don't agree with it because they're just like, no, that sucks. People should have choices of whatever they want to identify themselves as a dolphin, then they're a dolphin. But some of the stuff he does, he's really, even if you don't like him, he's really smart. The way he process things and the way he like really dissects things, it's like, dude, like just take all of that. Like he doesn't really get too political. He hates going political big time. He just wants to know. He just wants to talk about facts. But he was talking about how Disney has gone through. Here is your Disney movies with what they're doing, and now they're starting to throw politics in it, and they're starting to get into the whole cancel culture, and they're really like Disney's starting to really dig into real life situation stuff that's happening right now. And he was just like, can you believe? And he starts talking about how people are talking about cancel culture. She-Hulk is twerking with Megan the Stallion, and then I'm like, he said what? And I'm so my setup. I have 3 screens. I'm over here looking at this screen, moving stuff and editing whatever, and I have the screen up here on this corner. And as soon as he said She-Hulk twerking, I'm like, he said what? And I look over here, and he showed the clip where she drops, and there's Megan the Stallion, and they're both shaking their butts, and I'm just like, whoa. I was like, I don't want to see this right now. And I'm just like, oh boy, yeah. And I'm like, I went through the rabbit hole, and I started seeing all the memes, and I started seeing how people were getting super pissed off that she's shaking her butt with Megan the Stallion. And I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. Why you guys get so all worked up? They're like, She-Hulk would never do something like this. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. If that's what's bothering you.
I had a meme about it, and it was quite hilarious, and I don't know where it is now.
If you can't find it, it never existed.
Oh, it's here somewhere. I just don't know where in my meme catalog it would be.
Well, I doubt he's gonna find it. It's probably buried somewhere in space. But I thought it was interesting. Also, have you started For All Mankind yet?
No.
Season 3 is fully done. So I just started watching that yesterday. I'm just like, this is so good. So, all right. Well, we're already an hour into the episode. If Next Level finds it, maybe we'll share it eventually. But
It's
yeah,
probably easier if I just Google it real quick. 1 second here. I'll find it real quick.
okay. Yeah, if you guys are interested in a good show, check out For All Mankind. It is a alternative reality to what if the Russians got to the moon first. And I kind of like stuff like that. I kind of like like an alternative reality. It kind of brings you back to like a multiverse type of thing. Like, what if something else happened, or what if, like Cuba? What if the Cuba crisis actually happened? What if Hitler actually won the war? There's a show about that too. What is it called? High Tower or High
Not sure,
Man?
bro.
The Man in the High Tower, I think it's called. And that is if what if Hitler won World War II? And it shows you how I would say all of the Midwest and East Coast of the United States and Canada was taken over by Nazi Germany, and then all the West Coast states of here in Canada was taken by Japan. Very interesting stuff. Cool show. And they showed how there's like an alternate reality where they were like traveling to, where it was like, hey, in a different world, they didn't win. And they were just like, how did that happen? And yeah, it's a cool show if you guys haven't seen it. But For All Mankind, it doesn't give you like them going into different realities. It's just, this is the reality. Pretty cool. You guys should check those two shows out if you haven't. Oh man. Only one man can handle that.
There we go.
Oh, that's funny. So hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. As always, we appreciate you guys coming by and putting up with our nonsense. Yeah, stay tuned to the next one because we don't know who's going to be here or what we're going to talk about. It's always some random stuff. So next, what do you got?
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Beyond Streams. Wherever you guys are watching or listening to us from, make sure you leave us a comment or review so other people like yourself can find the content that you enjoy. Make sure you also check us out every Thursday, roughly between 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our weekly live show. You never know who we're going to have on or where we're going to go with the conversation. So you're going to make sure those notifications are turned on. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.